first big image that we're showing you right now. Images of the bombardment in Chernihiv city. Footage shows projectiles falling and landing, followed by large explosions. As smoke from the attack clears, people are seen running in the streets. The impact area is near several apartment buildings, pharmacies, and apparently a cardiac hospital as well. These images being released by the Ukrainian government. Very dramatic. The second defining image of the day on day 9. Europe's largest nuclear power plant, Zaporizhia, has been attacked by Russian troops and has been taken under control by them. Images show an administrative building set on fire near the power plant due to heavy shelling. The shelling site is close to the reactors. Authorities have claimed that if blown up, the disaster could be 10 to 100 times larger than the infamous Chernobyl disaster of 1986, also in Ukraine. The third big image today, Zaporizhia, the big energy hub in Ukraine, has been under constant attack from Russian forces. Some of the Russian troops have also entered the area, and the smoke you see on your screens is from a fire not very far from the nuclear power plant facility. The fourth big image this morning on day 9, images from the separatist Donetsk region in eastern Ukraine. The entire city looks like a ghost town full of debris after heavy shelling. Residential areas, public places have been destroyed. Women and children have taken shelter in bunkers, while Russian troops can be seen on the streets of Donetsk. There is firing and a lot of brutality on both sides. Big image number 5 today on day 9. Exclusive images of a Russian helicopter providing you an aerial view of advancement of Russian troops in Ukraine. It shows a massive build-up of Russian forces with tanks, light armored vehicles, and many more. Attack helicopters also buzzing through the border areas in Ukraine. Big defining image number 6 this morning on day 9. A Russian missile attack on the residential part of Chernihiv in northern Ukraine. The image show aftermath of that attack. Homes, cars, parks have been destroyed because of the shelling. Several firefighters have been rushed to the spot to douse the fire. Massive damage in the city of Chernihiv. Unsettling, upsetting images, and we would advise viewer discretion of bodies lying on the streets of Chernihiv city. You can see the bodies of civilians all over the place. People shocked looking at the unending disaster unfolding before their eyes. Chernihiv in many places has been reduced to ruins in heavy shelling. Ukrainian troops were at the spot trying to help victims and counter fire. Chernihiv is very close to the Russian border, and so shelling is taking place from within Russian territory. Meanwhile, haunting image number 8 this morning on day 9 of the invasion. Terrifying images from the town of Borodyanka near the capital city of Kyiv. This is a suburb. The city is in ruins as drone footage shows destroyed houses, cars, and military machinery. These are once bustling towns that have been brought to their knees. This is basically a large suburb of Kyiv that's been attacked. Big defining image number 9, a rocket explosion that was caught on a car's dash cam. Again, images from Chernihiv in northern Ukraine, where these precision weapons strike a building in the area. You've been hearing the word Chernihiv a lot today, and that's no coincidence. It's because Chernihiv is under much heavier attack, perhaps, than before. Image number 10, big defining image number 10 on day 9, an apartment complex and surrounding structures destroyed in rocket attacks by Russian forces, once again in Chernihiv, where the entire area has been engulfed by smoke. Big defining image number 11, plumes of smoke flying high into the air, scenes from the Okhtyrka area where Russian bombs hit a thermal power plant. This was the first. Another one has just been hit just minutes ago.
No one Russian flag.
The world's biggest aircraft, an Antonov AN-225, was destroyed in a Russian attack on the HOSTOMEL airport. These images are, of course, of a different incident from the Kharkiv area, where we had these world-exclusive images. But this is the HOSTOMEL airport, which was brought to its knees, shattered, destroyed. The skeletal remains of the AN-225, the world's largest aircraft, the sole specimen of its kind, reduced to pieces in Russian shelling. Big defining image number 13 this morning as Kharkiv continues to be under attack. These images are from a school that has been destroyed in the city of Kharkiv. The scenes of devastation are from Ukraine's second largest city that has seen perhaps the most fearsome fighting and attacks so far in this crisis. These are world-exclusive images from India Today's cameras. Russian missiles have been pounding the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv non-stop. A school was destroyed reportedly due to a Russian attack. According to European media reports, this is the 134th school in Kharkiv that has been shelled by Putin's forces in the last 9 days. Big defining image number 15. Constant shelling and rockets, missile attacks haven't even spared residential areas in Kharkiv. These were once again live on India Today, a world exclusive of Ihor Didenko showing you a house still burning after a rocket attack. Big defining image number 16. Several large, powerful explosions reported in the capital city of Kyiv yesterday night, an area near Ukraine's defense ministry. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky confirmed that it was indeed a missile strike late on Wednesday night. Image number 17, a Russian missile hit between the Ibis Hotel and Pivdeni station at Kyiv Central Railway Station Wednesday night. Several large explosions were reported in the capital, as they have been reported today as well, with cruise missiles reportedly hitting military targets on the outskirts of Kyiv, 20 to 30 kilometers from the city center. Meanwhile, an oil depot in Chernihiv in northern Ukraine is on fire after being hit during intense shelling yesterday. Images on your screen show the huge black smoke after the targeted attack. A series and spate of energy facilities being targeted by Putin's forces. Not a coincidence. Big defining image number 19. Over the last 24 hours after Kyiv, crucial port city of Kherson, fell to Russian troops yesterday, and the clampdown has increased today. Multiple explosions were heard and heavy shelling continued in the city on day 9 of Russia's Ukraine invasion. Big defining image number 20. A Russian missile hit the Bangladeshi Banglar Samriddhi ship yesterday, which is deployed off the port of OLVIA in Ukraine on the Black Sea. The images on your screen show that explosion yesterday, and the aftermath is claimed by the Ukrainian government. Big defining image number 21, a video from Ukraine that will give you goosebumps. Video showing a residential building being hit by a rocket while a volunteer was recording a video. This video went totally viral yesterday. We're showing it to you again. It's still being shared extensively across the Ukrainian networks.
Поэтому если сбор денег снова...
Big defining image number 22. The aftermath of intense shelling in Kherson paints a devastating picture. A residential block completely destroyed, reduced to rubble. Rescue operations underway in the area, and many people feared trapped under the debris. A familiar sight in different cities of Ukraine across the country. Meanwhile, defining image number 23, Russian missiles pounded the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv. This image was also seen earlier from 36 hours ago. A school destroyed due to the attack, according to European media reports. Like we said, the 134th school in Kharkiv that's been shelled by Putin's forces. Defining image number 24, Russian aggression has reached its fever pitch in Kharkiv, and the attack has led to several human casualties. Images from a residential neighborhood where citizens have died due to shelling in the area. Images released by the Ukrainian government. Lots of misinformation, but we are only showing you what the governments are reporting at this time.
Посмотри, разорванные люди, блядь. В машине, посмотри, лежат. Посмотри, что произошло.
And finally, defining image number 25. Over the last 24 hours, the city of BUCHA that has been turned into a ghost town after suffering from attacks made by Russian offensives. Images on your screen show the aftermath of the attacks. Deserted streets, cars and vehicles wrecked completely, broken and damaged bridges. In a moment, we'll also show you what the mayor of BUCHA has just said. Big defining image number 26. Constant shelling and rockets, missile attacks haven't even spared residential areas in Kharkiv. Images on your screen show how a school and a house have been burning after a rocket attack. Meanwhile, image number 27 this morning, Irpin, a satellite city on the outskirts of Kyiv, suffered multiple Russian attacks in the past week. A bridge in the city that connects to Kyiv was blown up by Ukrainian forces to halt the movement of troops in the area. Big defining image number 28. The Russian onslaught in Zhytomyr, just west of Kyiv, has razed buildings in a residential area to the ground while rescue operations are on. The damage done by Russian missiles has mostly left this area flattened and in pieces. Big defining image number 29. With the Russian offensive on the rise in Kyiv, especially today, citizens have left their homes and are currently taking shelter wherever they feel safe. Pictures on your screen from a metro station in the city, which was transformed into a war shelter and doubles as both. Big defining image number 30. Residential areas of Kyiv in Ukraine have seen damage on the outskirts, with portions of houses breaking down on Wednesday. The nearby trees destroyed, smoke coming out of vehicles, and parts of buildings reduced to rubble. The intensity of attacks about 15 to 20 kilometers from the city center have been increasing today, day 9 of the invasion. Image number 31, let's move to that. With several buildings and structures destroyed in Okhtirka city in Ukraine, close to the Russian border, the state emergency services, along with local residents, are trying to dismantle destroyed structures in the region that continue to pose a threat. Defining image number 32. While Russia continues to say civilians were not targeted, the reality looks different. On your screen is an apartment destroyed by Russian shelling on Wednesday in the city of Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. Big defining image number 33. Kharkiv is bearing the brunt of Russian aggression in Ukraine, with missile attacks targeting important buildings in the city on Wednesday. This image from Wednesday of the city council building in Ukraine's second largest city. Big defining image number 34. Devastating pictures from Kharkiv also on Wednesday. The grey skies with smoke engulfing the air all around the city. Missiles, rockets, shells landing in the city every couple of hours. This is a city that could very well soon fall into Russian control. Image number 35 on day 9. Russian rockets hit a police building in Kharkiv on Wednesday. The building slowly falling apart, has a fire blazing on top of it. This has been one of the most shared images of the crisis so far. This happened 48 hours ago.